morning everybody, how are you all today? Hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all having a good week. Well, it's very tuneful here this morning at Wildwood Cottage. I don't know whether you can hear the birds. Just a sec. Can you hear them? And you see that nice orange glow behind me? That's the sun. Looks like it's going to be a nice day today. We had a bit of frost last night, not much. But you know, it's a welcome change from all that rain and all that wind, because it's actually not windy today. There's not a wisp at all in the trees. And it feels very much like spring. Isn't it lovely? Can you hear them? Somebody's very tuneful. I think the birds have decided it's time to start nesting. I think they've had enough of the winter and they've had enough of the rain and they've had enough of the cold. So I think they've now decided that they want to have spring and they want to do some mating and make some little birdies. I love it. I do. I love it. People seem to think I live an idyllic life, do I? It's very hard work, very hard work. Don't get the misconception that it's all wandering around in floaty Laura Ashley skirts and dancing through the fields, because, do you know, I never get the time to do anything like that. The chance would be nice. To wear some nice Laura Ashley dresses, some nice vintage dresses, and go through the long grass in the field in the summer. I'm always working. Anyway, just thought I'd come up and see the girls. They've got some treats today and they've got their ordinary food. And my camellias are flowering. So that makes life a lot happier. Would you like to have a look? Just a sec. Oh, my camellia flowers. Doesn't it look pretty? Look at that. I think I'm going to have to take this branch off because it's in the way. It does look pretty with its flowers on. So I think Storm Jocelyn had my arch there because it's fallen over. So it needs some new support on it. Well, let's go and see the girls. All this in here is all the compost out the chicken coop. Here they are. Good morning, girls. Your audience awaits you, girls. Morning. Oh, I can see a ducky egg. Good morning, everybody. Daisy's always first out. And here's Grace. There's Pippa at the back. Oh, no, it's not. This is Gertie. Come on, Gertie. She's feeling a little bit better. And then here's Pippa. Good morning. Good morning. Are you all right? I've just found an egg. You see that in there? I was looking for my eggs yesterday. Did you put that in there, Pippa? Did you put that in there? Pippa just likes to sit there and be grumpy, you know. Don't you, Pippa? Come on, you're coming down. She says it's a little bit higher than it was now I've taken the stuff away. Come on. Oh, there she is. That's their treats for today. That's some kitchen scraps. So have a little mooching. I think Pippa wants to do me an egg. Right. Look at that lovely little egg. Isn't it pretty? Let's put that in there. Right. Now, what I've started doing while the weather's cold is putting some chili flakes in their food, just to warm their crop up a bit, because it gives them a little bit of a warm blast, to keep them laying and to keep them healthy. So, Pippa, She's not very happy when I'm in the run at the moment. I don't know why. But I just sprinkle them on the surface of their food. And a few on the floor. Not too many. And that's that. And then, as you can see, Daisy quite likes that. They pick up all the red ones. And that just makes them a little bit healthier. So let's just throw a bit more down. And there these all the red ones. There we go. They like them. Right, that's just a little tip for you for keeping your chickens healthy. They like to help themselves sometimes in the bowl. But not today, I haven't got time. Got to go out today. Cleaning for my lady today. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to sort this lot out while the weather's nice. Because, you know, it's actually looking like it's going to be a nice day. Right, time to go. Right, so that's them sorted out. So I need to get their run finished today. And then I can concentrate on doing their house. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. But I think it's going to be tall. And I think it's going to have roosting bars on it. And then they can perch at night instead of sitting on the floor. And that'll make it easier for me to clean because I won't have to put any bedding on the bottom of the floor. Which I think is what's making them ill. Because I think the dust in the hutch is making them feel a bit poorly with their sinuses. So apparently the mould spores in the bedding, in the hay, in the straw, with their poo, gives them a respiratory disease, and it's all the mould spores that gets on their chest, like a pigeon disease. So yeah, it can be fatal if it's not treated, if you don't sort it out. So now I've seen it, I've had it before. I think I may have lost birds to it before and not known why. So now I know, I can treat them and I can sort them out. So yeah, right, just got to go and get some breakfast. And then I'll be back out in the garden and we'll get on with some things. So see you in a bit. Okay, so I've been doing my table the last couple of days and this is what it looks like so far for me to put my seeds on. I'm going to put a table here. The same as what's there on that shelf there is going to come across here and then across here, and I'll have two shelves high. I'll have this little space here in the middle, and then either side I'm going to be able to put tomatoes in, and then once I'm ready I can take this out and plonk the tomatoes in there as well. So that's my thinking for my bench. I've got to do it on the other side. I still haven't done it yet. But we are getting there. Slowly, we're getting there. Still need to clean the outside of the polytunnel, but I'm waiting for it to be dry for long enough. Right, so I thought I'd come and have a tea break. I've got my cup of tea, my cup of Earl Grey, and I thought I'd just come and have a break. It's a beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous, can't believe the sunshine. But yeah, so I'm going to be going foraging later. I've been having a look on the internet and I believe that you can forage and cook catkins off the hazel tree, off the hazel bush, the ones that produce the hazelnuts. Excuse me a sec, I'm losing my hat. Yeah, so I'm going to go out and get some because I believe you can put them in the oven with a bit of olive oil, roast them, they dry out, and then you can put them on your muesli and your porridge, and they taste a bit like oats. So I'm going to have a go of that. I've been having a look through a couple of my books because I want to start thinking about things that I'm going to do for next winter, and start preparing in advance, and then I can make a list of the things that I want to make in my book. And when things start growing, I can start picking the flowers, picking the leaves, start drying them out, start preserving them however I'm going to preserve them as they come. And then I'm not doing everything in one go in September or October, but I'm going to do it throughout the season. So that's my thinking. Whether it works out that way, it's great in theory, but in practice, you know what it's like around here. Things get done when they get done. I'm on Wales time. I'm not on normal time. We were talking about it on Sunday, and apparently Wales has a time frame all of its own, and that's slow. Whenever anything needs to get done, there was someone who was wanting to buy a house locally, and she said we gave up because it was too slow. And we did the same when we first moved here. We were thinking of buying a holiday chalet as a holiday let, as a business. And 6 months in, we thought, you know what, this isn't going anywhere, so we're just going to back out. So we did, and it was the best thing that we did, because we would have been tied up to something that was half an hour drive away, cleaning and tidying and all the rest of it, for every time it got rented out, and that would have been a nightmare. So yeah, that was that. So I've been having a route through my books, and you know how I like my books and how I like to look at the pictures. I don't particularly like reading them, but I like looking at the pictures. And I found this one, Cooking with Herbs. I think this was one my mum gave me that she found in a charity shop. And I thought it might be useful because it talks about different oils that you can make. When I first moved in here, incidentally, I did make a lot of flavoured olive oils. I did chilli flavour, I did rosemary, I did mint, I did bay, and I did a mixed one. And I've still got some of them because you don't use a lot. And to be honest with you, I keep forgetting that they're there. They're in the pantry. So I thought I'd do that more intensely this year. And try and buy the oil while at the moment it's a decent price. But I'm thinking with all this farmer stuff, it may end up just skyrocketing in price. So I think this week that's one of the things I'm going to concentrate on buying. So I'll go to the shops and I'll let you know at the weekend how much it costs for me for a decent sized bottle of olive oil. Because I have to be careful, because if it's a blended oil, it's blended with rapeseed. It's not 100% olive oil. If it's bottled at source, I believe it is 100% olive oil from that plantation, where it is grown, where it is harvested, and then it's 100% of those olives. But if it's a blended oil, the same as a blended honey, it's been mixed with something else. It's not 100%. So that's just something to be aware of if you're trying to avoid highly carcinogenic oils like rapeseed, like sunflower, like the vegetable oils, because even though it's vegetable oil, it's still sunflower, palm oil and rapeseed oil. So it's just one to be aware of, because I noticed when I was using an olive oil from Lidl, I was reacting to it the same as I do rapeseed, and when I looked on the bottle, it was a blended oil and I didn't realise. So it's just one to be aware of if you're trying to avoid arthritis pain from oils. Just check the bottle when you go shopping and check if it's a blended oil. So yeah, that's what I thought I would do. There's a jelly. I've got some scented geraniums, and there's a scented geranium jelly there. So I thought I'd have a go of that. Tarragon jelly, mint jelly, parsley jelly, and thyme. So they should be really nice. You put them with apples, apparently, and you flavour the apples. So I'm going to have a go with that. So we'll do that as some videos through the summer, as and when. Herb vinegars. Now I haven't done vinegars, but I'd like to try. But we have a lot of wasps and hornets around here, as you know. And it's a bit tricky cooking vinegar, because as soon as you do, they're like a fly round a honey pot, a bee round a honey pot. They just come from everywhere. I think they can smell it from miles away. So yeah, I'm going to have a go, but I think I'm going to have to put a fly net up or something to keep them out the kitchen, or to keep them out the shed, because I might do it in the shed down the garden. I'm going to have to think I might have to put myself in a mesh screen like they do in those outside kitchens, and try that. So that's my thinking with that. There's an elderflower vinegar and a herb vinegar. So I might try the elderflower, because we get quite a few of them around here, if I can get to them before everybody else does. Elderflower fritters, I've seen that before on that programme, It's Not Easy Being Green. Dick Strawbridge and his son James made elderflower fritters, and they looked really nice, and I've wanted to try them ever since, but just not got round to it. So I'm going to do that. There's ice cream, there's desserts, there's sauces, cooking with meat and poultry and game, pastas and grains. So it's a really, really good book. Thanks, Mum, for finding me this. Soups, and then a glossary of herbs as well. So if you can find this book, I highly recommend it. It's called Cooking with Herbs, and it's the Culpeper Guide, Culpeper by Patricia Louisander. So that's the book. And then old Gordon lent me this one of the last times I saw him, and it is actually signed by Hugh Fernley Whittingstall inside, and it's the River Cottage Hedgerow Handbook. And I asked him when he saw Hugh Fernley Whittingstall, and he said it was a friend of his who knew him, and when he brought the book out, he brought it to old Gordon. So it says, "For Gordon, best wishes, Hugh Whittingstall," in the front there. So yeah, I'm really pleased I've got that. It's called the Hedgerow Book, as I say, and it's got loads of information in it if you're interested in trying foraging, which I am, because I think it'll be a great boost to the pantry, a great boost to the medicine cabinet, and also help hopefully keep us out of hospitals. So it's got lots of things that you can look for in here. There's the broom, which grows quite readily around here. There's the common mallow. I have that in my garden. There's perennial rocket, watercress, horseradish. Now I like horseradish. I love horseradish sauce, we both do. And I was thinking of buying it, but I was thinking of seeing if I can find it in the wild, because you use the roots. It says it's waste ground, roadsides and field edges. So I'm pretty sure there'll be some round here. So I need to get myself out and have a look and see what I can find. There's also some recipes in the back as well, if you're interested in cooking with things. There's sorrel and fat hen tart, chickweed pakora. I like chickweed. I like adding it to juices and smoothies. It's that one with the little white flower on that grows wild in your garden. I like having a look. I like using that, as I say, in salads. Just eating the little leaves in a salad is a great boost to your diet. And also it's a good use of the weeds. I give it to the chickens as well, but I try and have a bit myself of all the weeds that are in the garden, because they grow wild. I don't put pesticides on. They are organic, and they're bringing all the nutrients up from the soil, so I get the benefits of that as well. So yeah, wild garlic. Now wild garlic grows in abundance in Wales, and I'm really excited about the season this year. I missed it last year because I was so disorganised with everything with the garden, but I've decided to get out and look for some wild garlic this year. I know of a few spots where it grows in an abundance next to the road, but I'd like to find some here. I did have some bulbs for wild garlic, and I'm not sure what happened to them, so it may well be that they come up in the garden, and I hope so, because it's a lovely addition to the garden. It helps bring out the moisture out of the soil, and as you know, I have a lot of water in my garden, and I just think it would be great for the garden, and saves me having to go out round the roads looking for stuff if it's already in my garden. So yeah, wild garlic parcels, and that is rice, sausage meat, chicken or veg stock, sea salt and pepper, and 32 wild garlic parcels. So I'm definitely going to have a go of that. There's also wild garlic pesto made from the leaves, and I love pesto. I love adding it to my food, and if I can do the wild garlic with some parsley, I think that would be really nice. It says Parmesan cheese. Now I don't like Parmesan cheese because it's not vegetarian, which means it's made from a cow stomach or a calf stomach, so not happy about that particularly. But yeah, I'm going to have a go at making that and see if I can get some vegetarian or vegan Parmesan. So that's that. It tells you things to look out for that are poisonous, things to look out for that you wouldn't ordinarily think grow on the roadside. I mean, hogweed. I hate hogweed. I can't stand the stuff because I've got an allergic reaction to it. But apparently you can eat it. I wouldn't personally, but I know I have this in my garden. But no, I wouldn't use it personally. Wild strawberries, I have them a lot. So yeah, it's just a good little book. Riverside Cottage, the Wild Forager's Handbook, River Cottage Handbook number 7, the Hedgerow. It's definitely worth having a look for. And then this one I have showed you before. It's called the Garden Forager. Now this is a lovely little book. I was looking through it earlier and I was thinking, what can I get from a garden that I can put in? And you know, I've got quite a lot of stuff out of here already. So I'm going to have a look and see what else I can add to my garden to grow. It does say you can eat begonias and fuchsias. Not sure about that either. But I remember when I was a little girl, I used to go around popping the flower buds. But apparently, yeah, you can use the berries, you can use the leaves, you can use the flowers of your fuchsia. So Jen, your fuchsias might come in handy if you want some food. You might be able to add them to a salad or something. But medicinal use. The flowers are believed to help people accept grief of past events, enabling them to move forward. Culinary use, here we are. Fuchsia berries appear like other fruits towards the end of the summer and into the autumn months. They're about the size of a small cherry. And it says you can freeze them when you're gathering them, add them to muffins, brownies, stews, stew them with honey, sugar and a dollop of cream or porridge, and even incorporate them into your cheesecake. So there you go, Jen. You could use fuchsias to do some baking. That would be really nice, wouldn't it, in your fuchsia bushes? So yeah, I'm going to have a good look around my garden, see what I can plant out of this, see what I've already got, what I can use it for, and make my list according to what I can find around here. And that'll be my theme for my videos throughout the summer. So that's going to be fun. Right, it's very noisy here today, you know. Everyone's decided to come out and make a noise, including the chickens. So I'm going to go in and get my breakfast, and when I go in, I'm going to make some yoghurt. So I'll do a video for you and show you me making my yoghurt. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, so we're back in the polytunnel again, and I found these in the cupboard. I bought them a few years ago, and they're those shake and rake seeds that you do for doing a wildflower meadow. Now, I've done boxes and boxes of them, and you know, nothing has ever come up, and I think the birds eat them. So what I was thinking of trying to sow them in some trays and see what comes up, because I've got this mix here which has got some lovely zinnias and dahlias and sunflowers. I think it's got calendula in it as well, and cosmos. So they'll be great for the dye pot, great for the medicine cabinet. And I'm thinking of making some lip balms and things like that. So I may do them for my shop to sell at the end of the summer. And I've also got this one, which is a red mix as well. So I've got blue, orange and red. So they're going to be nice and vibrant. So what I thought I'd do was, I thought I'd just do some in some trays. I've been having a rummage and I've got quite a few trays that I could use. And I thought that I'd just get them started in a shallow bed of soil. And see how we get on. I may try and sieve the seeds out. Not sure how that would work. Let's have a look. Let's get it open, because it's got, oh no, it's got loads of sawdust and stuff all over it, so they desperately need sewing. It's all starting to stick together and go to powder, and you see in there. So that's what we're going to do now. Because I'm in the throes of doing seeds. Now, I did my leeks, nothing come up, completely dead, not a sausage. So I'm going to re-sow them, because I've got a new packet of seeds. That was the old packet. It's been about 2 weeks since I did them now, so I'm going to do them again. And the onions, not a sausage came up from the onions either. But I didn't expect anything, because they were from 2003 and they were yonks old. So as you can see, not a sausage in there either. So I'm going to redo them today. I'm probably not going to do the onions again, because I've got loads of onion sets now. I've been to the farm shop and yeah, I've just got loads of onion sets. So I'll turn you around and I'll show you them. The lettuce hasn't done anything at all, you know. It's been absolutely rubbish. They have rotted off, so I've given up. I've wasted my money. I wasted 79p on 2 packets and 99p on the other, and I've got 1 lettuce out the lot, so I'm not going to do that again. So I found my spray bottles as well, so I can get stuck into doing my seeds properly and hang them up. So they can go up there out the way. I've started gardening at night, you know, I've started coming out in the evening and just putting my torch on, standing at my potting bench, doing a few jobs. Last night I potted up some of my fruit trees, so they're getting ready. I'm not sure whether to pot up the pear trees. I might just put them straight in the soil to save my compost really as much as anything, and it's quite mild, so I don't think that any harm's going to come to them. Just tidying my bench. So I've still got the seeds off my brother to sow, so I'm going to have a look at them and have a look through my tins this week and see if there's anything that I need to order, because the seeds are really cheap at the moment. And I found my labels. That's kind of what hindered me, because I lost my labels. So yeah, I'm a happy girl again now. I've got my labels back. So these were really good. They were from the pound shop, and you get a few different sizes and a pencil as well. So just get my trays. I think I'm going to have to buy some more, because I don't think I'm going to have enough for everything, you know, which is good. But yeah, so I'll just turn you down and I'll show you what I'm going to do. And I'm losing my scarf. I'm getting cold. And we'll have a look together. So just turn you down. Okay. So we've got our trays. We've got a bit of compost. This is a mix of that coconut core compost and what came out of my potato bags from last year. I'm going to do them again this year. I'm going to go and gather some leaves in a bit while it's dry, before I go foraging. And I'll put the recipe in my next video of what I've done with the catkins, and we'll see how it works out together, because I'm sure you've all got them in your garden. I think I'm going to have enough there. Let's make up some more of this compost. It's very good, by the way, especially if you mix it with some of your own homegrown compost. A little goes a long way, which is what I've been doing. I've been mixing it with my homegrown compost, just taking any big bits out. And then pretty much, just because you don't do much with them outside, I'm going to do the same inside. So I'm going to sow them quite thick, because I don't know what's seed and what isn't. So I'm going to cover the whole of the top of the soil, because I don't know what I've got that's plants and what isn't. But you know, if I do them outside, the birds will just have the lot. So at least in here they've got a fighting chance. So that's the orange one. And I'm just going to put a bit of this finely over the top and see what comes up, if anything. They may be well gone. The mouse actually hasn't been in them, so that's good. Sun's gone in, typically, isn't it? I come out in the garden and the sun goes in. There is rain forecast again this afternoon, so just got to make the most of it while it's dry. So there's one. So I'll label that. Label that. And then I'll spray that with some water a bit later on. So I'm going to do 2. Now this compost is lovely. As I say, it was leaves last year. I grew potatoes in it, and now I'm growing seeds in it. So it's had a good use, good double use. Need to put this in some water. This is actually quite light. Now some plants like it, this coarse stuff, some plants don't. And to be honest with you, I'm not a great fan. But I think if it's mixed with my compost I actually think it's a good compost, but I don't like it used on its own. It dries out far too quick. It doesn't hold the moisture very long. So it's just one to be aware of if you're using it in the polytunnel, that it dries out. And as it is in this block, it is as it is in the pot. So you need to be aware of that, that if you're growing food in it, you need to keep it wet. And that keeps it moist. The minute it starts drying out, it goes like a brick, which is what it's supposed to do. It compacts, and that's why they can sell it so cheap and so much in a small box. But for the garden, I don't like it. So this method means that I can buy it cheap, and a little goes a long way. So that's just one to be aware of. If you're going to buy it this year, if you see it in the supermarket, I would recommend it, but do mix it with garden compost, and have some nice loose compost. Nice rich compost as well, because this leaf compost is beautiful. It was a nice surprise. There we go, there's a nice bit of compost mixed up. But yeah, do mix it in well with your own compost. You don't want too much, because you don't want to waste your good compost. But you want enough that the roots can go into it. So I think I'm going to do another orange, and then I'll do 2 blue, 2 red. But you don't want to see me doing that, so. And then the rest I'll put on the garden. See if we can get something in the garden. They are mixed with sawdust or something like that. Porridge, or maybe that's why the birds like it. It looks like porridge. Right, I'm going to put that on the garden. Don't know how many seeds I've got to a small space, so don't know whether any of you have seen my other channel. I've been talking, there's a link in my posts, my community tab, and I've been talking about the farming stuff that's going on in the UK. I didn't want to clutter up my channel here with loads of prepping stuff and food storage and all the rest of it, so I have set up a separate channel. It's called UK Prepper for Food Security. It is very fledgling, but I have 3 really good informative videos on there that are talking about the farming situation here in the UK. So if you're interested in what's happening here in Wales, do pop over there. I'll pop a link in the description bar below. And you can see the situation with the Welsh farmers. It's not good. It's a bad situation. So I'm using that platform to talk about issues that are affecting the Welsh farmers and helping people get ready in case there's food shortages. So do pop over and have a look. I'm going to be doing more standalone videos over there, like bread making and yogurt making and things like that. Just standalone recipes, because I like this channel. I love this channel. I love what this channel is. I love the community we've got here. I love the people here. But I just felt I needed to do more and more videos, and I didn't want to clutter my channel up, because there's people here that come for the garden, they come for the vlog, they come to see how I am, see me as a friend, see me as someone that they love to bump into in the street, which is lovely. I'm very blessed, I'm very happy about that. But I just felt I needed to talk a little bit about what's the current situation here, because farmers are very scared that they're going to lose their land, their family homes, have a third of their land taken away from them. So I'm not going to go on about it here, but if you're interested in any of that, do pop over there, UK Prepper for Food Security, and yeah, you can see what's going on with the farmers. And yeah, so yeah, if that's something that you're interested in, do pop over there, do go and have a look. And you'll see me again, my bright smiley face over there again. I know, 3 channels, it's a lot of work, but I just felt I needed to do it. So yeah, pop over, it's in the description bar below. Right, I think that's it from me for today. I've done pretty much everything I wanted to get done today. And yeah, in the next video, I'll show you all my onions and all my garlic and things like that and show you how they're coming on. I'm going to get these finished. And I'm also going to sow some around the garden and hopefully the birds won't get them. But there's about a third of a box left. And we'll see how the seeds get on in their little trays. So I'm going to go and water them now. I'm going to go and sort the fire out, go and get the tea sorted, and go and get on with the rest of my jobs. So I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do like and subscribe. Do hit that notification bell. That'll tell you when I upload new videos. And I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.